Well, as you know, my name is Jeanine Evers. I'm a cultural anthropologist and a policy scientist. I work at the University for Humanistics in Utrecht, and I have my own company in research methods, training, coaching, doing research. I've been doing research for about 20 years now, and I just love it. I teach research methods, mainly qualitative research methods, more specifically interviewing and analysing qualitative data. We have a whole day, and about the whole day is divided into exercises where they exercise in threesomes, where one is the interviewer and the other one is being interviewed and the third one is observing, and then they give each other feedback on what is happening. To me, I think the most important thing would be a threesome. The first thing would be that in qualitative interviewing, you need to be with the person you're interviewing. So it's about that person. It's not about you as the interviewer, because most of the time we all are very much into our own head, our vision on the world, our interpretation. And in qualitative interviewing, I think the main thing is that you stick with the one you're interviewing, because it's their world you're trying to figure out in interviewing them. So you need to go with them. That would be the main part, I think. And really connected with that is, how much do you interpret? And I think you need to interpret at least the least possible, because you're trying to understand the world from their perspective, because it's their world you're trying to understand. Of course you're interpreting, because we all do that every day, but then you need to kind of offer them your interpretation for them to kind of correct it or adjust it, or tell you that you're wrong. That's the second thing, I think. And then the third thing to me would be to collect valid data. You need to make sure that the interviewee knows that you're talking about the same topic. That's the first thing. And then the second thing would be that you don't steer the interviewee in kind of acknowledging what you would like to hear, because then, to me, those data will not have a lot of worth. I think the essence in qualitative interviewing is that you kind of invite the other person to tell you a story about the thing that you came, the topic that you wanted to investigate.
We just had a really nice guest lecture of Mrs. Evers, and she is talking about interview techniques, which obviously is a really interesting subject within the Imagineering Academy, because depending on the questions you ask, you will get some answers, and we are always looking for in-depth answers. We are trying to uncover values and these kind of elements, which is really hard because they are not really on the surface, so we have to dig deeper. And with the techniques he is providing us, we can definitely have an insight about how to ask things. For example, she was telling us about how to use probes versus follow-up questions. And with a probe, you are really trying to listen what someone is saying and just ask them, so can you please tell me something more about it? Can we go a little bit in depth in it? You know, so you're not really steering, it's like you're really neutral in what you're doing, but you do get the extra information and the extra added value you are looking for. So I think she has really showed us, you know, what difference it makes in how you will ask your questions in order to get the results you are looking for.